Today we are going to talk about quadrilaterals and then some other polygons. So road signs, chalkboards, and flags are all examples of polygons. A polygon is a closed plane figure with sides formed by 3 or more line segments. The sides meet at their endpoints. So all that's saying closed plane is like, I couldn't say, well, that's a triangle. It's 3 sides, right? Closed plane means that it's closed in, right? That the endpoints touch only at other endpoints. Okay, so we're going to classify them, let's look at this, by its number of sides. So, 3-sided figure, we should all be pretty familiar with this, okay, is a triangle. 1, 2, 3. It can look like that, it can look like this, okay? As long as it has 3 sides, it is a it is a triangle. Then we have quadrilaterals. Quad means 4, right? Lateral means side, so that makes sense. A quadrilateral can look like this. That's 4 sides. It can look like this. That's 4 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, anything that has 4 sides, quadrilateral. Pentagon is 5 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Pentagon. Again, it can be, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? 5 sides, it's a pentagon. And let's look down here. Hexagon is 6 sides. My skills get significantly lower every time we add a side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Octagon is 8 sides. So essentially a stop sign. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the last one is decagon. Okay, brace yourself. Here we go. Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's like real rough, but you get the idea. Okay, 10-sided figure is a decagon. And then let's talk what a regular polygon is. A regular polygon is a polygon with all sides congruent and all angles congruent. An irregular polygon is a polygon with the sides that are not all congruent and angles that are not all congruent. Okay, so like up here. Okay, this looks like kind of close to a regular pentagon, right? I could say all the sides are the same. This one, not regular, correct? Because if you look at it, it's obvious that the sides are not the same. This kind of looks like a regular hexagon, right? Oops, you can't even see that. All the sides are the same. Regular triangle, for sure not regular. All the sides are not the same length. So we are going to name these, okay, and decide whether they are regular or not. So this one right here, how many sides? 8, and they're all 2 inches. So this would be a regular octagon. Okay, this next one, we're going to pretend that it didn't get all weird when I printed it. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides. Are they all the same length? No. So that is an irregular pentagon because it is 5 sides. We have this triangle next. If we look at it, all the sides are the same. Therefore, it is a regular triangle. Does anyone remember the special name for a regular triangle? L-A-T-E-R-A-L. Equilateral. And then let's look at this last one. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 sides. Are they all the same length? No. So it is an irregular hexagon. Okay, turn your page over, and we are going to talk about quadrilaterals. Quadrilaterals can be a little bit confusing because, there are all different kinds of quadrilaterals, and so I like to draw this little flow chart to kind of talk about the different types and show how they're related. So the first kind of like overall shape is called a quadrilateral. The only requirement to be a quadrilateral is that you have 4 sides. Any figure that has 4 sides is a quadrilateral. Okay, then we get a little bit more specific. Okay, a trapezoid is a quadrilateral that has exactly 1 pair of parallel sides. So like this. Okay, and sometimes they'll even put arrows to show that those are parallel. But you can see the top and the bottom are parallel. They are never ever going to cross. Does that have 4 sides? Yes. Does it have exactly 1 pair of parallel sides? Also yes. That is a trapezoid. Okay, trapezoids sometimes also look like, I call this like the gold bar, you know. Looks like the bar of gold that you see in like a cartoon. Okay, the top and the bottom are parallel. It's a trapezoid. It has 1 pair of parallel sides. These sides are not parallel. And then sometimes it can look like this. Again, parallel, parallel, not parallel. Okay, what if you have both pairs of parallel sides? Then you have a parallelogram. Okay, so jump, 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 jump. Top and bottom are parallel. Left and right are parallel, parallelogram. Both pairs of parallel sides. Left and right parallel, top and bottom parallel. Then we can get even more specific. Okay, there's a certain kind of parallelogram called a rectangle. That is a parallelogram that has 4 right angles. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's a parallelogram because it has the top and the bottom are parallel, the left and the right are parallel. And then what makes it a rectangle is that it also has 4 right angles. There's another kind called a rhombus. That's a parallelogram. Let me think. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that would be a rhombus, where it has 4 congruent sides, right? I'm telling you it's a parallelogram because these 2 are parallel, these 2 are parallel, and if all 4 sides are the same, it is a rhombus. Well then, the most specific that we can get is a square. So if we put all the requirements together, we get a square. And a square has 4 right angles and 4 congruent sides. So it has the requirements of a rectangle. It is a rectangle. It's a parallelogram with 4 right angles. It's also a rhombus because it has 4 congruent sides and it's a parallelogram. It's a kind of parallelogram and a kind of quadrilateral. So on your homework and different assignments, if it says something like, is a parallelogram a trapezoid? Okay, this is a really helpful tool because you can look at it and say, well, is a parallelogram a kind of trapezoid? No. Is a rhombus a parallelogram? Yes, rhombus comes under the parallelogram category. Is a parallelogram a rhombus? No, not necessarily, right? The only requirement to be a parallelogram is that you have 2 pairs of parallel sides.